Have you ever stood up too quickly, only to feel like your legs might give out? Or reached for something on a shelf and felt your arm tremble like it used to after a full workout? What if I told you this isn't just getting older, it's a silent thief working behind the scenes? By the time you hit 80, your body can lose up to half its muscle mass. That's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Weak muscles are the #1 reason seniors end up in the hospital. In fact, over 300,000 seniors are hospitalized every year from falls tied directly to muscle loss. And this condition has a name: sarcopenia, a disease now officially recognized by the World Health Organization. But here's the twist. While many struggle just to carry groceries, there are 70 and even 80-year-olds out there running races, lifting weights, and climbing stairs with ease. They're called super-agers, and science is finally uncovering what sets them apart. So what's their secret? It's not a supplement or a magic cream. In fact, researchers have uncovered 7 daily habits that help preserve and even rebuild muscle strength as we age. And here's the kicker: 93% of seniors don't know about them. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, we're diving into the single most powerful habit that can change everything about how you move, feel, and live. And hey, if you want to age with strength, not struggle, make sure you subscribe to Rooted Health. This is where we share real solutions for real seniors, solutions that work. Let's start with what scientists are calling the closest thing we have to an anti-aging drug for muscles. No, it's not in a pill. It's progressive resistance training, and it's changing lives. Picture this: a group of seniors, average age 70, who'd been told that muscle loss was just part of aging. They began a simple routine: no marathons, no complicated machines. Just focused strength training, pushing their muscles to the point of brief fatigue a few times a week. After just 12 weeks, they gained over 3 pounds of muscle and boosted their strength by 35%. That's from a study at the University of Alabama, and the results were so consistent, researchers called it transformative. So what made the difference? It wasn't long, grueling gym sessions. It was short, intense workouts, ones that pushed the muscles just enough to say, "Hey, we need more strength here." This is known as training to failure. You don't need fancy equipment. Even simple bodyweight movements, like chair squats, wall push-ups, or resistance band rows, can activate muscle growth when done right. According to Tufts University, progressive resistance training is the most effective intervention we have to fight age-related muscle loss. Better than cardio, better than most medications, and certainly better than waiting for weakness to take hold. Now, this isn't about building bulging muscles or becoming a bodybuilder. It's about keeping your independence. Being able to carry your groceries, rise out of a chair without help, or walk upstairs without grabbing the rail. And here's a powerful tip: form matters more than force. Controlled, deliberate movements beat fast, sloppy reps every time. And always remember, rest and recovery are part of the process. You build muscle not just during the workout, but in the hours and days that follow. Now, maybe you've tried resistance training in the past and didn't stick with it. That's okay. The key is to start light and build gradually. Your muscles will remember and respond. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Because as powerful as strength training is, it's not enough on its own. If your muscles don't get the right nutrients at the right times, they simply can't grow, no matter how hard you train. So in the next segment, we'll uncover a common mistake that silently sabotages strength gains for millions of seniors, and how one simple tweak to your daily routine can unlock 25% more muscle growth. You've probably heard that protein is important for muscle health, but when you eat it is just as crucial as how much. Here's the truth. Most people over 60 eat the majority of their protein at dinner. Maybe a small breakfast, a light lunch, and then a hearty evening meal. Sound familiar? But here's the problem with that. Your muscles don't just need one big protein hit at night. They need consistent fuel throughout the day. It's like trying to fill your gas tank after you've already run out of fuel 3 times. It's too late to keep things running smoothly. This phenomenon is called anabolic resistance, a natural decline in the body's ability to use protein efficiently as we age. After 60, your muscles aren't as responsive. So if you want them to grow, or even just hold their ground, you have to be smarter. Instead of cramming all your protein into one meal, spread it out. 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, ideally 3 times a day. And yes, you can absolutely do this without overhauling your entire diet. For breakfast, try Greek yogurt, eggs, or a scoop of protein powder in a smoothie. Lunch could be a chicken salad, tuna sandwich, or quinoa bowl. Dinner, whatever you normally enjoy. Just make sure there's a solid protein source. A major study from the University of Texas showed that seniors who spread their protein intake evenly across the day had 25% more muscle growth compared to those who ate the same amount all at once. That's the power of timing. And here's another trick. Combine protein with light resistance afterward, even just a short walk or climbing stairs. Your muscles become more receptive to protein when they've been used. It's like opening the doors wide for nutrients to walk in and get to work. So don't let that morning and afternoon window go to waste. By eating balanced meals with protein throughout the day, you're giving your muscles the constant supply they need to stay strong. But even with perfect protein timing, there's one critical nutrient that over 80% of seniors are missing, and without it, your muscle recovery, strength, and energy can flatline. Let's talk about that in the next segment, the muscle vitamin that might be silently holding you back. Let's talk about a nutrient so powerful for your muscles that scientists have started calling it the muscle vitamin. And yet, 80% of seniors are deficient in it. That nutrient? Vitamin D. Now, if you're picturing bones when I say vitamin D, you're not wrong. But there's a lot more to the story. Recent research has uncovered something remarkable. People with higher vitamin D levels also have stronger muscles, better balance, and a lower risk of falls. In fact, a major study published in JAMA found that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels, above 40 nanograms per milliliter, had up to 25% stronger leg and grip strength than those who were deficient. So how does it work? Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium and phosphorus, sure, but it also acts like a switch that activates muscle protein synthesis. Without enough of it, your muscles just can't repair, rebuild, or function at full strength. It's like trying to run a powerful engine without enough oil. It starts to wear down faster than it should. And here's something most people don't realize. As you age, your skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. That means even if you're going outside, you might not be getting what you need, especially if you wear sunscreen or live in northern regions. So what's the fix? Experts recommend that seniors aim for 2,000 to 4,000 U of vitamin D per day, but there's a key detail here. If you're supplementing, make sure your vitamin D is paired with vitamin K2. Why? Because K2 helps direct calcium to your bones and muscles, not your arteries. Taking D without K2 can lead to calcium buildup in the wrong places, especially in older adults. You can also get vitamin D from fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, or from fortified foods like eggs, milk, and cereal. But for many seniors, a high-quality supplement is the most practical option, especially in the winter months. Think of vitamin D as your muscle's ignition key. Without it, you can push the gas pedal all day long. Protein, exercise, healthy habits, but you're not going anywhere. But we're not done yet. Because even if your nutrient levels are perfect, your muscles could still be under attack from something much sneakier and more dangerous: inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation, what scientists call inflammaging, can quietly erode your muscle strength every single day. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like no matter what you eat or how gently you exercise, your body still feels stiff, sore, or swollen? Maybe your knees ache in the morning, or you feel wiped out after doing something as simple as gardening or climbing a flight of stairs. That could be more than just getting older. It could be something far more damaging: chronic inflammation. Doctors have a name for this creeping condition: inflammaging. It's what happens when your body stays in a constant, low-level state of internal fire. You can't see it, but over time, it silently destroys muscle tissue, slows recovery, and triples your risk of falling or becoming immobile. In fact, a landmark study from Tufts University found that seniors with high markers of inflammation experienced muscle loss 3 times faster than those with low inflammation. It's like having a leaky bucket. No matter how much protein you pour in, your strength keeps slipping away. But here's the good news: you can cool the fire. And you don't need fancy prescriptions or extreme diets to do it. Let's start with the simplest yet most overlooked strategy: sleep. Not just any sleep. Sleep in total darkness. When your room is truly dark, your body releases more melatonin, which lowers nighttime inflammation and helps your muscles recover. Even a tiny night light or hallway glow can interfere with this natural process. Then there's the gut. Scientists now call it the second brain, but it's also your inflammation thermostat. When your gut microbiome is out of balance, it triggers immune responses that can wear down your muscles day after day. But with the right foods, you can heal that gut and reduce inflammation naturally. Try adding probiotic-rich foods like plain Greek yogurt, kefir, or sauerkraut to your daily meals. These help replenish the good bacteria that protect your gut lining and reduce inflammatory toxins. And for an extra boost, don't forget your omega-3s, found in foods like salmon, flax seeds, walnuts, and even fish oil supplements. These fatty acids are like firefighters for your cells, putting out the inflammation before it spreads. And yes, movement matters, but here's the trick: avoid overtraining. A lot of seniors try to tough it out and push too hard, too fast. But intense, prolonged exercise can actually increase inflammation, especially in older joints and muscles. The sweet spot? Moderate, consistent movement like walking, swimming, stretching, or yoga. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day is enough to keep your circulation strong, your immune system balanced, and your muscles engaged without lighting any internal fires. It's about balance. Cooling the system from the inside out so that your body becomes a fertile ground for strength, not a battlefield of inflammation. And when that fire dies down, your muscles can finally do what they were meant to do: regrow and thrive. But wait, there's still one more piece of the puzzle: connecting your brain and your muscles, and activating your body's youth-building systems with a few unusual habits you've probably never heard of. Let me take you back for a moment. Do you remember how quick and coordinated your body felt in your 30s or 40s? You could reach for something on a shelf, climb stairs, or even dance a little without a second thought. But now, maybe your legs feel slower to respond. Your balance isn't quite what it used to be, or your muscles just don't listen to your brain the way they once did. That's not just aging. It's something very specific and fixable. It's a breakdown at the neuromuscular junction, where your brain communicates with your muscles. But here's the exciting part: you can rebuild and rewire that connection. All it takes are a few habits that most people overlook completely. Let's start with habit 5, neuromuscular training. This isn't about lifting heavy weights or doing CrossFit. It's about keeping your mind and muscles in sync, almost like learning a dance. One of the most effective ways to do this? Tai Chi. This gentle, flowing movement improves balance, coordination, and mental clarity. Studies show it reduces falls in seniors by over 40%. Other options? Dancing, breathing exercises, or even simple marching in place while moving your arms. Anything that forces your brain to focus on timing, rhythm, and movement will sharpen the connection between nerve and muscle, and that means more strength, better balance, and fewer injuries. Now, habit 6 is something called hormetic stress: small, controlled challenges that actually strengthen your body's resilience. Think of it like exercise for your cells. Ever heard of cold showers or saunas? These aren't just trends, they're backed by science. Short bursts of cold exposure trigger the release of norepinephrine, a hormone that increases alertness and stimulates muscle repair. Saunas, on the other hand, improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and help your body flush toxins. Another powerful hormetic tool? Intermittent fasting. When done correctly, such as a 12 to 14-hour overnight fast, it activates genes that preserve muscle, burn fat, and improve metabolic health, all without breaking down precious lean tissue. And no, this isn't starvation. It's about giving your body a break from constant digestion so it can focus on healing and renewal. And finally, habit 7, micronutrients. You've heard of vitamins and minerals, but few people realize how directly they impact muscle strength. For example, magnesium is essential for muscle contraction and relaxation, but nearly 70% of seniors are deficient. Creatine, a natural compound found in meat and fish, has been shown to increase muscle mass and cognitive function, especially in older adults. And let's not forget vitamin B12, which supports nerve health and energy levels. Here's a tip. If you felt foggy, tired, or your legs feel like they're lagging behind your brain, a B12 deficiency might be playing a role. A simple blood test can confirm it, and the fix is usually easy. With supplements or B12, rich foods like eggs, fish, or fortified cereals. So let's recap. Today we talked about 7 habits that could reset your biological clock and help you build muscle strength that feels like you're 40 again. 1. Progressive resistance training. 2. Protein timing. 3. Vitamin D optimization. 4. Inflammation control. 5. Neuromuscular movement. 6. Hormetic stress. 7. Micronutrient support. Now here's the key. Start with just one. Pick the one that feels most doable for you right now. Maybe it's adding Greek yogurt to breakfast, or taking a walk after dinner, or stretching before bed. Then tell us below, which habit surprised you the most? And which one will you try first? Your comment might just inspire someone else to take the first step. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe, because next week we're diving into 3 morning habits that help seniors live 10 years longer. Your future self will thank you. Truly.